Now we are discussing some important lines regarding geometry. Geometry, as the name suggests, began as a practical science of measurement of land. It is possibly one of the oldest branches of mathematics. Plato, an eminent philosopher, was so much fascinated with the subject that he got the following words inscribed at the main gate of his Platonic school called Academy. Line watch. Let no man ignorant of geometry enter the axiomatic procedure which stamps so much of modern mathematics was initiated by Euclid, who taught at the University of Alexandria. He collected all the results known at that time and presented them as a logical, deducible science in his 13-volume monumental book, Elements, 330 to 320 BC. Elements, the book of Euclid, built with plain and solid geometry besides number theory and algebra. Elements are an unknown comparable masterpiece of systematic Greek thought. Euclid used the word axiom for proportions, which were common notions, and reserved the word postulate for propositions of geometric nature. These are axioms of Euclid. Axiom 1 states that things equal to the same thing are equal to one another. The second axiom is if equals are added to the equals, the wholes are equal. Axiom 3 states that if equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equal. Axiom 4 states that things that coincide with one another are equal to one another. And axiom 5 is the whole is greater than a part. The whole is greater than a part. These are 5 postulates of Euclid. Postulate 1 states that to draw a straight line from any point to any point. Postulate 2 is to produce a finite straight line continuously in a straight line continuously. Postulate 3 to describe a circle with any given center and any given radius. Postulate 4, all right angles are equal. And postulate number 5 is that if a straight line falling on two lines makes the inferior angles on the same side less than two right angles, then the two lines produced indefinitely meets on the side on which the angles sum is less than two right angles. Two right angles. Euclid's postulate is equivalent to the following statement, and here by the word Euclid postulate we mean that the fifth postulate of Euclid, the two extension points may be adopted in the way that angles sum of triangle is two right angle. We call it P5 dash, and P5 double dash is there exists a unique line parallel to a given line and to a given point. After Euclid followed a long period, 5th century to 11th century, which is called Dark Age for mathematics in Europe. In this period, Hindus and Arabs became custodians and developed mathematics. Perhaps the first individual to have a clear conception of a geometry other than Euclid, one in which fifth postulate is actually derived, was a German mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss from 1777 to 1885. The greatest mathematician of 9th century, Gauss started working at the theory of parallels at the age of 20 and studied it for 30 years. After all his studies, he formulated a geometry which he called non-Euclidean geometry. Gauss had written, "The assumption that angle sum of a triangle is less than 180 degrees leads to a curious geometry quite consistent, which I have developed to my entire satisfaction." There are two great mathematicians other than Gauss associated with the inventions of non-Euclidean geometry: John Bolyai and Lobachevsky, 1793 to 1856. The hypothesis of obtuse angle was discarded by all these people as it contradicted infinite length of a straight line. However, if infinite extent of a straight line is not assumed, then we obtain another geometry with no parallels. Euclid's fifth postulate was still not explained properly. Now, however, from this fifth postulate of Euclid, there are now several types of geometry available, and such type of geometry is known to be non-Euclidean geometry. Of course, non-Euclidean geometry has a great role to develop the new world theory or the new model of our existing world, among which one remarkable quotation or one remarkable line or one remarkable word point of view was the general theory of relativity properly propagated by the greatest scientist of the world, Dr. Albert Einstein. Thank you very much.